Welcome to the I Can Do That podcast. I'm Jem Fadling, spiritual formation coach, author, and founding partner of Unhurried Living. With 30 years experience in spiritual formation, I help people grow by combining grounded optimism with practical spirituality. This effective dynamic will guide you onto the path of discernment so that you can transform your hopes into habits. Each episode, I'll share one practical idea with one simple takeaway. Together, we'll grow at the pace of transformation, and you'll move into your day saying to yourself, I can do that. I'm so glad you've joined me here. I really encourage you to go back and listen to the trailer and the first 3 episodes. They lay the foundation for what we're doing, and I think you'll find them very helpful as we begin our journey together. Now let's dig in. If you could see me right now, you would notice that my hair has at least 4 different colors. I tried easing into my gray hair last year, about 3 months into the pandemic, and I thought it was the perfect time, but as it grew out, I began to doubt the aging process yet again, and so I went back to coloring. Well, last November, I decided to go for it one more time. So about 4 inches from my roots is a wonderful mix of white and black, and then the rest is a couple of shades of brown. Now, fortunately, from the front, it works, and I look like I have some nice white highlights on the edges. I share this because I've had a real struggle with all of the changes my body is making in this season of life. Slowly, but surely, I'm moving toward acceptance of the ever-changing ways that my body is, quote, maturing. I shared with my husband, Alan, that leaving behind my dark hair felt like losing my youth and, yes, part of my identity. Growing up as a child, I had long, flowing black hair, and it was one of my prized possessions. And I'm old enough to know that hair is not identity, and yet I still had to think it through to leap over this post-hair color wall. I know that the state of my hair has nothing to do with my actual identity or even my age. White and gray and black are just colors. I'm still a vibrant, optimistic grower who loves to encourage and inspire people, and a bottle of dye or not does not change any of that. I also know that considering all that's going on in the world, this entire conversation is small peanuts. But I'm still living my real life here in the midst of everything, and I wanted to share this here with you, my podcast friends. Letting your hair grow out naturally for a year will do something to you. And after leaping over the wall of the decision-making process, I still had to live it out. 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch, I have been in transition. Now, isn't this what changing over time feels like? You're not where you were, and you're not where you're going. And it's at this point you have the opportunity to learn to love what is. I think the fancy word for that is contentment. But rather than hair color, what if I'm having a change of heart or a change of habit? Can I love myself and let go of self-consciousness while I'm in the midst of the process? The drawn-out middle is a valid part of the change. And I miss so much when I want to jump straight from the beginning to the end. It's in the waiting of the transition that a deep work can occur. We get a chance to hold and accept all of our parts and all the variation of our parts. And this can happen in no other way than making our way through the entirety of the change. Now, I'm at the place where I don't care what others think or if they think at all about my 4 shades of hair. And this has become so freeing. And how else would I have come to this freedom except to make my way through? Before I stopped coloring, I was always thinking about what stage I was in, how much root is showing, when should I color so that it's its darkest for some particular event coming up. I mean, so much time, so much effort. And at this stage of my life, I just have so many other things I'd rather be thinking about and attending to. So Whether it's multicolored hair or a deeper work of healing that's going on inside of you, the process of transition can be accepted and even, wait for it, enjoyed. You can embrace what is and learn to love it. And that, my friends, is contentment. Now, here's your I can do that for this week. Identify a place of transition in your own life. Call it to mind, write it down if you can, and then look at it. Where are you in the process of this change? Wherever you are in that process, take a brief moment and decide that for today, you will try loving what is. Experiment with accepting where you are in the process without rushing or pushing. And then notice any inner shifts as you try this on. And remember, you're making your way forward one small, simple, and gracious step at a time. If you love what you just heard, please follow, rate, and review this podcast. This helps more people find us, and I really appreciate your help. You can also text this episode to a friend so they can join you on this journey. Together, let's move at the pace of grace and grow at the pace of transformation. If you'd like to connect with me and Unhurried Living further, I invite you to sign up for Unhurried Daily. For 40 days, we'll send you a brief daily email that will serve as a touch point for an unhurried inner pace. It's just a few sentences with a practical question, prayer, or tip. So sign up now on our website at unhurriedliving.com.